We're going to do rounds 3 and round 4, okay, together. All right. What's the other name for round 3 and round 4 and round 5? Yeah, nice. Okay. Tugal Katinginsin. Vyatikranta Samapati. Okay. All right, here we go. Tugal Katinginsin. Okay. So normally you don't start round 3 with what? Air conditioner, but since it's our first round today, 10 breaths. Michael and Melissa arranged for some wind that you could listen to. Heartbeat. Inside the heart. Heartbeat at a distance. ocean. Endless space. Turn off your mind, block thoughts, feelings, images. Turn off your mind and let the thoughts go, come and go as they please. Don't attach to them. think of one of your teachers in your life and ask them to come and sit with you. Think of how you first met them. What events brought you together? What outside causes? Then cancel that wrong idea that you met them because of outside causes, events, and think for a moment that how they come from your seeds in your mind. Each event that brought you to your teacher and brought your teacher to you was actually coming from your own mind, from seeds in your mind. Maybe they came to that first meeting in a car, but you produced the car also. Now explore your past life. Find the seeds that produced your teacher and the meeting and the car. Have fun, relax, be creative. Find detail, big detail. to those silver seeds in your mind. Look at them, the seeds you planted back then. See one open, see the picture come out. See it land, spread over your lama. It gives him the quality. Now you know how to make your lama stay in this life and future lives. Just plant the seeds. Now come back to the heartbeat, round 4. The purpose is to show off how you can jump between normal objects, increasingly subtle normal objects, and emptiness. So try to make the jumps very clear. One moment you're focusing on what you created with your teacher, and the very next moment you're focusing 100% on your heartbeat. You have flexibility, shinjang, mental flexibility. Jump to something you would like to happen in the next few weeks in your life, personally. Forget the heartbeat. Immediately jump back to being inside the heart, quiet, cocoon, outside the heart is beating. The outer world is gone. Immediately jump to thinking about the things you would do to get what you want to happen this next few weeks. outside causes. What different things do you normally have to do to get the thing you want to happen in your own life to happen? Immediately jump back to the heart at a distance, forget what you would like to achieve. 100% focus on the heartbeat at a distance. How much flexibility do you have in your meditation? Jump back to the emptiness of what you want to achieve in your life. It will not happen by outside causes. Picture what goal you have. Picture it created by outside causes, actions, events, and cancel that. There's no such goal. It cannot be reached by outside causes. Drop the idea and drop the attempt to make it happen through outside causes. Emptiness. Cessation. Jump back to the crystal at your heart, tiny, tiny, tiny crystal. Drop the emptiness. Show your flexibility. %, on the crystal. You're the director of your mind, and your mind is not directing you. jump straight back to dependent origination. 4 steps plan. What will I have to do for someone else to plant the seeds to get what I would like to happen in the next few weeks? What kind of help will I have to give to someone else? Drop the crystal. Show your flexibility. Jump back to the ocean. Huge, huge, silent, peaceful ocean, as wide as the world, inside the tiny crystal. Drop the plans. Enjoy the vast feeling, enjoy the spaciousness of your mind spread far and peaceful. Jump back to your 4-step plan. Who will be your karmic partner? She, Sampa, Jowa, Tartuk, who's the she? Who will you choose to serve and help to plant the seeds you need? Jump back to endless space. Your mind now expanding, stretching as far as space in all directions. Very pleasant, very wide, very calm, happy. Maybe you overlap other people doing the same meditation in other worlds. say hi. Jump back to your 4-step plan. Where and when, this week, next week, will you help this other person? Exactly. Make some kind of commitment. Jump back to stopping your mind, actively blocking thoughts. Turn off. Show your flexibility. Control over your mind. Very quiet. Jump back to your plan for the next few weeks. Imagine yourself finished, goal is achieved. Enjoy, rejoice. Imagine your future self. This goal or this problem is, it is stopped or the goal is achieved. Try to picture yourself, how you will be in 1 month. Jump back to the 4th formless realm. Mind is shut off. Thoughts are moving through the mind with no attachment to them. Super quiet. Enjoy it. back to your teacher in front of you, the one who's coming from you, the one that you can keep in your life if you plant the seeds. By sharing what you know. Ask them for their blessing. Ask them to stay in your heart. They start to rise off their seat. They get smaller and smaller. The size of your hand, the size of your thumb. And they come and rest on the top of your head. They turn to face the same way. And they sink down into your central channel, Chongmai, in the middle of the top of your head. They come down in front of your spine to the chamber of your heart. They happily agree to stay there, even when you're not thinking of them, and help guide your life. Three long exhales. Share this karma with people in the world. And then slowly open your eyes. Take a stretch. I think we got to do some Lam Rim because we didn't do much, and then we'll do the Lam Rim review. There are lots of ideas happened the last 3 days, I think, in people's heads about how we're going to do the Lam Rim meditation teacher training, and I'm sure Jasmine decided everything during retreat, and we'll have some meetings and we'll talk to you about it. Sarah, Nee, Susan Stump has also offered to help. Very experienced teacher, Susan. Okay, all right. Mr. Adam, we are at Nipa Ngom. Very nice. Nope, that's last time. Ngoms. Ngoms is a... Oh, there you go. I'm sorry. You're right. Okay. Nipa Ngomba Mepe Nyepani. This is the second of the sufferings that we go through, common 6 sufferings. And what's the picture in your book? I don't even remember. Second suffering. Where are we? Oh, yeah. Gift 29, meditation number 5. It's the book, right? It's the cover of our book, okay? Lam Rim book. Okay? I think it's page what? Well, page number's changed. Okay? The first suffering we had was meditation number 4, which is what? The book says no certainty. I prefer the word no guarantees. We don't know. There are absolutely no guarantees in your life. You don't know if you'll be alive tomorrow, okay? You don't know if you don't have cancer right now, okay? Maybe you live to be 110 and very healthy. We don't know. There's no guarantee. Okay? And after you die, there's no guarantee where you will go or who you will be. And even in this lifetime, there's no guarantee with relationships. People who were your friends become your enemies. People who were your enemies become your best friends. Okay? It's all crazy. It's all mixed up. Okay? That was the first suffering. Second suffering is this one. We are never satisfied. We never have enough. Okay? No matter how much money you get, you want more. Okay? There's a song I like by Annie DeFranco. What is it? I got everything I want, still I want more. What's that song? Anyway, it's human nature, you know. What kind of paradise is this? I got everything I want and still I want more. That's the line of the song. Okay, so actually, if you have Lam Rim, you pretty much have everything. Okay, that's why I put the picture there. Okay, but it's human nature to be dissatisfied and want more. Okay, so we're going to go through the text now. All right. So here's the second suffering that people go through, which is we never have enough. We always want more. Chemale sutdang. Chemale is the Tibetan word for mariposa, butterfly. Okay, chemale. I don't know what it means exactly, but it's a nice word. Sometimes they call Chinjihlamo, which means a goddess butterfly. So it's a beautiful word, chimale. Okay, it can also mean a moth. Okay, chimale. Chimale suk dang ridak. So it's said that moths like somebody told me they had a bad experience in their retreat. They had an illegal tea light going. You cannot do open flames at Diamond Mountain. You will burn down everything, okay? Illegal. But anyway, they said a moth flew into it and they felt bad. I said, you should feel bad because you had a flame. Okay. Ridak ja. Ridak means a deer. And they like music, okay? And I tested it one day. I was in retreat near the Grand Canyon, and I was taking a walk, and I ran into a deer, and he's like, and I'm like, and then I said, I'm going to check this scripture thing, and I sang the mandala to him. And he was like, so they say deers like songs, beautiful song, okay. Pua, tea, and flies like poo-poo, stinky things. Langchen rejala chak, elephants like to be petted or scratched, okay. Chak pe pumbatar. All these are stories from ancient India about animals that lost their life because they were attached to something. So there's a story, obviously moth who's attached to the flame dies. The deer gets sung a song, and then the hunter shoots it with an arrow. I don't know what happened to the fly, but something. And the elephant got caught in a trap. So pungwa here doesn't mean pungbo. Okay, pungbo means heaps. 5 skandhas. Pungwa means to be lost. What do you call it? Like disaster. Pung meaning to fall or to fail. Okay, so it means disaster. Lost everything. Pungwa. Okay, maybe you add that to your dictionary, Adam. Pungwatar. Korwa deki dini lense chu tuwashin. So the happiness of this cycle of pain is like, chu means water, right? Lensa is an ancient word for salt. Okay, so a very rare word for salt, lensa. It usually refers to seawater. I was listening to NPR. They were interviewing, it was a Christian radio station. I was listening to a Christian radio station, which I do sometimes for fun, because sometimes they're quite beautiful. And they were interviewing a guy who was on a ship in World War II, and the ship got hit by a torpedo. And all of them were in the water for 3 days or something. And many got eaten by sharks. And this guy survived, he said, by praying. And it was very beautiful to hear him talk. But he described what happened to people who drink the water. So you're in the water, but you can't drink it, because it will kill you, and you'll go crazy before that. So they would drink the water, salt water, and then they would go crazy, and they would actually hurt other people in the water and things like that. So, no matter how much salt water you drink, ngomba mepa. Ngomba is an ancient word for ngomb, have enough. Okay, ngomba means have your fill. You say, okay, that's enough salt water. Once you start drinking the salt water, you can't stop. Okay, that's why they put salt in all the American junk food, which Chinese people should kick out of their country. My opinion. There are many of us in our earlier life, me too, we didn't have any money at all. And we were okay. We were pretty happy. Then we got more money, and then we needed it, you see. We got used to it, and then we needed more money. I used to go around India with a backpack, and now I have 3 suitcases and a limousine, and I can't do without it. Okay? Sometimes I look at the kids with backpacks, I'm like jealous of them. Okay? If you get, pretty wealthy, then you want to be super wealthy. Okay? So you go from 1 to 10 to 100 to 1,000. You cannot stop. You want more and more. Okay? No matter how much we get, we want more. Okay? And I had this experience in the diamond business. I started at $7 an hour. Later, I was making a lot of money. And I never felt like I had enough. In fact, I remember when we hit 1 million. When we hit 1 million, and we threw a big Christmas party for all the workers, and we gave everybody a big bonus. When we hit 100 million, we didn't give anything. You see, it's a human nature. It's very weird. The more you have, the less you want to share. Okay, very strange. Okay. There's a sutra called Lalita Vistara, which means the play of the universe. Okay, and it says Gyalbalai Deba Kayindang, Mi Deba Sambo Kayimba, Deba Deda Michi Ki Top Kyang, De Kyang Micho, De Kyang Yang Salo. So it doesn't matter whether you're a king, or you're a deva, or you're a beggar. The minute you get something, you still want more. There's very, very few people have the power to stop even when they're comfortable. Okay, so I like to say, I tried meditating in a cave. It does not work. Many bugs, and I had a very dangerous snake came in, green rattlesnake. If they touch you, you die. And then I had a wolf come in. Then I was like, I need a house. And this was in Clarksville, near Cottonwood. There's a secret canyon with water and beautiful caves. Many years ago, I went there. And then I decided I need get a small, nice house, comfortable for meditation. If you're in Singapore, it's an apartment, right? Because there's more land at Diamond Mountain than at Singapore. So get a nice, comfortable place. Okay, small, and make it sweet, and be happy. Okay, don't get hungry for more. Okay. Shesumbata Sami Deki Tabulatsuna. So if we just take example of humans and Hlas, devas, worldly gods, like Iron Man, there are such beings. Thor, okay? There are such beings. We can't see them, but they exist. In the old days, people saw them. Okay. Then there was a king called Mandatar. His father was a king. He had many queens. A lot of the queens got pregnant. The king decided the one who had his son would be the one that the son asked to drink the milk of. It was a test. So all the queens would call the child and say, "Suck from me." And his name became Mr. Suck from Me. Okay, Ngale knew, very famous, Mandatar. Lingshi Lane Danchepar Wangwa Chungyang. In time, when he grew up, he became the president of the world. And even he conquered part of the Deva paradises, okay? Sa Chungyang, but he wasn't satisfied, okay? Mangombar Tar Sunam Sene. Finally, his karma ran out. Zamling Dir Martlung wake up. And he fell to the earth and he was dying. Kachem is a good word, Adam. It means, what do you call it? Final word? Like, what do you say when you're just about to die? Like, you have to plan it, okay? Don't say, "I need some more cappuccino" or something. Say, "The Dharma is wonderful." Okay? Kachem means your last words, okay? Kachem shat shapashin dube mingomba le gyunchewa me. He said, there's no greater problem in this life than not being satisfied with what you have. And those were his last words. That from the mightiest king who lived on this earth, okay? He said that was the biggest problem in life, okay? As soon as you're the president of one country, you want to be the president of 2 countries, okay? Or as soon as somebody votes you in for 4 years, you want 8 years. When you get 8, you want thinking about making it for life, okay? So it doesn't matter how much. By the way, that's money, right? Now he's talking about power. As soon as you get power, you want more, okay? Very difficult for really powerful people to share their power, okay? Wangjar Yekyang Mingomshing Jitsam Ki Pyanjar Shi Chung Yang Dadung Chung Na Samne. It's just like money. You're never satisfied with the power that you have, and you always want more power, okay? Jor Yang Dadung Chung Na Samne, De Dunla, Ngatsul Chembe Bedrib Jegopaong. And then you exhaust yourself trying to get more power. If you just stop and enjoy the power you have, you'd probably be pretty happy. But human nature is to fight for more power and risk everything to get more power until finally you fail or you're exhausted. So the pursuit of power, pursuit of money, I've seen in my business, diamond business, I saw many super wealthy guys die they got their heart attack this way, okay? They kept trying to get more, okay? And finally it killed them, okay? Very common, really common, okay? Same with politicians. As soon as you're responsible for everything, you also get blamed for everything, but they don't think of that. Okay. Chokshe mena nor longche jinda shik zomkyang tambok dang kemete. If you don't have satisfaction with what you have, then it doesn't matter how much stuff you get. You'll be the same as a beggar in your mind. You always want more, okay? So there was a beggar in ancient India called Surata, and his name is Depa in Tibetan. So that DES is very, very confusing. Because DES 99.999999% of the time means by that. But here it's a personal name. So many people have translated this really weird. Okay, Gepa is a personal name, Surata. Noble Rentan Tawashik Nyepa. So I think, I forget the story. It's like that story in the West that there was a rock on the road. It happens here at Diamond Mountain. Big rock on the road, and he was thinking this would hurt other people's horses, so he tried to move it. And a rich man had put a precious jewel under the rock to see who would try to move it to help other people. And they would get this precious jewel. So he moved the rock, and then under the rock is this priceless jewel. Then the owner of the jewel came up and said, "You cannot keep it." Then he said, "Well, what do you want me to do with it?" He said, "Give it to the most needy person in this kingdom." And he gave it to the king. He went to the palace. He said, "I have something for the king." "What?" It's a priceless jewel. "You're a beggar. Why are you giving the jewel to the king?" "I'm supposed to find the most needy person in this whole country, and it happens to be the king." Okay? Because he doesn't have satisfaction. He has less satisfaction than anyone else in this country. So he needs it worse. Okay? Prasanna Jita, I think. Prasanna Jita. He gave it to this king. Actually, he got in trouble because he told the king, "You're the least satisfied person I know." And there was some problem. I forget what happened to him, but it's not good to say those things to a king. Okay. Even if you don't have a lot of money or things, but you have satisfaction and pleasure with the small things you already have, you are wealthy. I remember we were doing a 3-year retreat, and somebody came to me afterwards, and they said, if your 3-year retreatants all know about karma, how come they don't have money? And a lot of money. And I thought about it because it bothered me a little bit. And then one day I was meditating. I said, "Wait, they have satisfaction." So I think there's this karma. First you don't have karma for money, then you get more karma for money, then you get a lot of karma, and then you get to satisfaction, and you don't care what money you have, and you're happier. You see what I mean? So maybe if you keep giving money to people or helping other people make money, there'll be this ultimate, what do you call it? Super rich position where you just have satisfaction. And maybe you have money or you don't have money. I'm not saying you have to not have money. You should have enough money to live a comfortable, quiet life. But maybe the super wealthy people are the 3-year retreatants. Okay, can you guys stand up, 3-year retreatants? They gave their houses to you. Come on, yeah. Maybe it's a sign that the 3-year retreat was successful, you see? They gave away their houses for you, for Diamond Mountain, okay? They built them with their own money. And most of them used up all their money. And then now I'm staying in Geshe's house, thank you. It's very comfortable. Okay, and it has a good feeling there, really good feeling. So, okay. Sheting is Nagarjuna's letter to a friend, right? Kundu chokshe zurchik chokena normi dokyan yanda jorbalak. Kundu chokshe zurchik, he told the king, try to be satisfied with what you have always. Chokena, this chok means satisfaction. Okay, Ken is honorific because he's speaking to who's his friend? A king, okay? I forget the king's name. Maybe it is Prasannaji. Norman Dokyang, even if you don't have money, Yanda Jorpalak, you are the most wealthy person. He's giving advice to a king, which was common for Nagarjuna. And we will be reading some of these texts starting next time, or starting in Guadalajara actually, okay? And continuing at Diamond Mountain in the fall. Cool? Cool. It's actually for me, because I really want to spend some time with Nagarjuna. Kamala Shila is good, but Nagarjuna is like amazing. Okay, Drogon Sambagyarepe. Then there was a lama in Tibet called Sambagyare. Drogon means protector of all people. 1161 to 1211. His real name is Yeshe Dorje. He's supposed to be an incarnation of Naropa. Okay, he said, "Chokshe chengi gokangna chupa gonya chekin yute depa chengi matsorwa yepayin." On the porch of satisfaction, the king is lying down with no blanket as the door guard. This is a reference to India. If you've ever lived in India, they'll have door guards. They have a stick, and they have to walk around at night and bang the stick on the ground so you know they're not asleep. Okay, it's custom. All night long, you're dunk, dunk. And they're guarding the door, you know. And they usually have to sleep on the ground outside the door. And other people that they're protecting sleep inside, and when they can't sleep, they hear the duck duck of the stick and they feel more protected. Okay? So he says the king is lying outside while the people with satisfaction are having a good night's sleep. Got it? Okay. Those who have satisfaction are richer than the king. Okay. The king is relegated to sleeping on the ground, meaning he's working hard to get more money and more power. Okay. All right. There's no limit to human desire. You will always want more and more. Okay. Therefore, Sung, what's that mean? Said. Who said? Somebody said there's no greater problem than lack of satisfaction. No, this is a wrap-up. When you wrap up in this text, who's talking? Trijang Rinpoche is reporting what Pabonka said, okay? So he keeps, every time he finishes a section, he throws in, he said, he told us, meaning the Lama told us, okay? Because remember, this is a video of the Lamrim teaching, okay? All right? And don't forget, Trijang Rinpoche is reporting his teacher's words, okay? Let's do one more problem since they're so cheerful. Sumba lo yang ne yang du dorwe nyepani. The picture is, what is the picture? Number 6. Oh yeah, Brad Pitt and Angela Jolie. Okay. The point of this meditation, you have done everything in your life. I like to tell big, serious men with beards that they have been Miss America countless times in their past life. You know? You have been everything, countless times. Not once, not twice. You have been president of the world countless times. I don't say much about like people who kill 1 million people or something, because I have done it also. And you have done it also. And you can't count the times you have done it. So I even give them a little break in my mind, because I'm like, okay, this is your turn, but I have also done it in the past, okay? I have killed millions of people in a single lifetime, okay? And you have been the most handsome guy in the world, and you have been the most beautiful woman in the world, and you have had the most beautiful man or most beautiful woman in the world countless times, okay? So the point of this is security. How can you keep something? How can you keep things? All right? And that means you have to give security to other people, even cows. Okay? Try to help give security to other people, make their lives more secure. There are millions of poor people in the world. Help them. Why not? Okay? If you were them, you would want some help, right? I think John Brady's project is incredibly brilliant because they're helping really, really poor people to make a living, and they are saving all the books at the same time. So that's really smart, Mr. Brady. Okay. Where's that text? I have about 100 texts up here. Okay. Sumba lu yang na yang de do in yepa. Specifically in the Lam Rim at this point, they're talking about insecurity of your body, okay? You tend to shuck off, you tend to take off bodies like you take off your clothes every night, okay? Like our condition of a living being in samsara is that we take off bodies almost as often as we take off our clothes, okay? And then you have to put on a new one, okay? And there's no security, okay? This body, I like to call it a rental car. In DCI we call it the rental car, right? When you were born, you rented the car, and you have to take it back to the airport. I went to see my stepmom 90th birthday before I came here, and they didn't have the car I booked, which was a modest car, RAV4, and they gave me a very fancy Audi, and it was a terrible thing. I've never driven one before, and I got used to it in about 10 minutes. And I was like, those Germans know how to do something. And so anyway, Bavarians especially. So anyway, I was, why did I say that? Oh, then I had to give it up again. Taking it back was painful. I was like wondering if there's somewhere I could just bring it back to Arizona. But that didn't work out. So you have to keep taking your car back to the rental, your body, right? Okay? Anyway, nobody in my town could fix it. That's what I decided, so I'd be happier. If you try to fix an Audi in our town, you'll be having a bicycle ride. Okay, it doesn't matter how many, it doesn't matter what kind of body you rent when you're born, you got to give it back. Okay. Shetingle, he's quoting a letter to a friend. Maybe we should do that one at Diamond Mountain. I'm not sure. I'm still thinking about it. I like that book because it's half emptiness and half Lamrim. Ancient Lamrim. Okay. Sayu de Shindu Chambodang. Beings in the Deva realms. Deva realm, how do you get to a Deva realm? You do the 8 meditations, okay? You do the 4 form realm, 4 formless realm meditation. That's how you get to be a Deva. What do they look like? They look just like the Marvel movie heroes. Iron Man, Wonder Woman, Thor, Batman. Those people exist, okay? Those beings exist. Many more. If we could see them, we could make a lot of money making movies. Somebody was checking me the other day. They said, have you had any great realizations? I said, I'm not supposed to talk about it. Then they said, well, have you seen Hungry Ghosts? And they were adamant to check if I had seen Hungry Ghosts. And, we're teaching emptiness all day, every day, and they want to know if I saw Hungry Ghosts, Anyway. I was like, anyway. Okay. Sayu de Shindu Chambadang, Tsangni Chakta, Dewa Tomnelar. Tsangni means, Tsang means Sangba. It's the Tibetan word for Brahma, which is like Wonder Woman, super Wonder Woman. Chaktel Dewa Tomne Lar. So you can Narme Mei pushing Kyurwayi. You go from Thor to being fuel for the hell realm fires. Okay, your body is burned like pushing means firewood. Okay. Chaktel, by the way, means the lack of attachment that people have when they do the form and formless realm meditations. Okay, free of the what? Air conditioner. Okay, chaktel. But there's two kinds of desire, right? One is desire for, I don't know, Audis. Right? Now I have this problem. And I don't want an Audi. Don't buy me an Audi. I like my RAV4. Old RAV4. And I like my old RAV4. And it works fine. And I'm satisfied. So I'm not hinting. So anyway, those big form realm beings, they got there by not having attachment. Okay, they got there by doing the 8 levels of meditation. Okay, so they're enjoying the result of that, but they didn't use it to see emptiness. So there's two kinds of desire. In the scripture, you should know there's two kinds of desire. What's in the wheel of life? Who is desire? The chicken or the pigeon. Okay, is desire. Okay, there's two kinds of desire. One is desire for Audis. One is desire for self-existent things. I can get what I want in my life if I just do this, this, and this. If I talk to this person, if I email this person, okay? You think like Guanxi, if I have connections, I can get what I want. Okay, you think like that. You have desire for self-existent thing. It's a second husband in the kitchen. Doesn't exist, okay? That's the higher kind of desire. Guess which one you want to get rid of. Yeah, the second one. Don't have desire, don't have attachment to things that don't exist. What don't exist? Things you can get by doing something. Forget it. There's no such thing. That's attachment. That's real attachment. Okay? If you understand real attachment, you can have all the Audis you want. That's not attachment. Got it? Okay? That's not attachment. All right? If you understand where they come from. Why? Because then you will share your Audis. You will make other people happy. Got it? It's not wrong to have an Audi. Okay? That's not attachment. Attachment is you don't want to share it. Low attachment. Higher attachment, you don't understand that sharing it is how you got it. Got it? I have an Audi dealer. Yeah, I forgot. I'm not asking for an Audi. Okay. All right. Don't send me one. I don't want one. Okay. So in the old days, it was believed that the sun and the moon were living beings. Okay, so in ancient Indian scripture, sometimes you will see the moon and the sun referred to as deities. Okay, sun god, moon god. Top rang, you can achieve that state. Rang yuki yuki jiten tada nangchete, and the light from your body is illuminating the whole planet. Okay, so that's real power. Okay, you are the sun who causes all life on earth. You are the moon that makes everybody crazy on the full moon days. Okay? Your body's light is illuminating the whole planet, okay? Then Laryan Munamaktu Chingyurne. Then there's a special kind of rebirth you can take where you die and you're just born in the middle of space, outer space, and you're surrounded by cold, freezing asteroids and everything's dark and you cannot die. You don't have to breathe. And you're just in darkness your whole life, okay? And in empty darkness your whole life, outer space. You can be born there and you can survive there, okay? thinking that breath and green drinks is what keeps you alive is a mistake, okay? Breath does not keep you alive. Green drinks are tasty, right, Adriana? But they don't keep you alive, okay? Karma keeps you alive, okay? So you can be born in terrible, lonely places where you live by yourself, you never eat, you never breathe, okay? So you can go from being the sun, which gives life to this planet, to living in the darkness out near Pluto, okay? It happens, okay? Larya Munat Mak, this Mak means darkness, okay? Munat means dark. He's got 3 words for darkness here. Mumba, Nakpa, and Makrum. It's called Makrum. Okay. Rangi Lakpa Kyangwe, Mitongyur. Anybody tell me what Kyangkum means? Kyangkum. Nice. Oh, serious? What have you been drinking while I haven't seen you? He went like this. That's exactly Kyangkum. Okay. Kyang means spread out your arm. Kum means, how'd you think of that? Some synapse went. One of Vajrayogini's names is Kyangkum. Her knee is bent and her hands are extended. She's called Mrs. Reach and Return. Okay, it's a name for Vajrayogini. Okay, what it means here, guess. He's talking about your lakpa, and he said mitong. You can't see your own hand. Okay, you have been the sun, then you died, and now, for your whole life, you cannot see your hand. Kyang, spread in front of you. You can't see your fingers because it's so dark. Okay, people do that. That happens to people. Okay. All right. Now that you are well depressed, let's go to some idioms. Okay, and we'll come back to the Lamrim. Again, we'll have some meetings with Jasmine, Tim, Chigi. We'll figure out how we examine people. You're going to debate it today. Maybe we examine you next time. I don't know. It's up to the boss. But let's go to the Lamrim pictures for the idiom. Okay. Which one are we on? Wow, we're doing good progress. Okay, oops. Okay. Now, most of the idioms I tried to split them up. But this one the parts are too short to split up, okay? So I didn't want it to take up 7 or 8 different pictures, okay? So this is one of the few idioms that I tried to put 7 or 8 things together. These are called the meditation posture, correct? Meditation posture. And it's called the posture of Vairocana, okay? Which is the Buddha of appearances. Why? This Buddha has an extraordinary ability to look like a normal person. Like, right, Adriana? Okay? We know. Okay? So this Buddha is called appearances, meaning they can take many appearances. All your friends could be Buddhas, okay? Vairocana. Vairo means many different. Lochana, loch or roach means to shine. Like roach's head, shining. Okay, me and JB. So there are 7 or 8 parts to the meditation posture. Somebody give me some of the 7. Eyes closed or slightly down, but don't look at anything. And if you choose to open your eyes and look down, don't do the natural thing and lower your chin, because then you will get sleepy. Okay, first thing, eyes. I don't care the order, give me any order. Straight back like a Stack of coins. Chin level, good. If it goes too high up, you get gupa. You get distraction, busy mind. And if it's too far down, you get sleepy, normally. Okay, next. Shoulders, yeah, equal. I have a good friend who meditates like this. And it's not good for your prana. Okay, next one. I don't think belly is in there. Huh? Legs? Yeah. Legs, whatever's comfortable. Okay, sit on a chair if you have to. What do DCI people say about sitting on a chair? Buddha didn't have a chair. Okay. Next one. Huh? Hands. Yeah, you have many options, you know that. Okay. We're missing one more. Smile. Huh? Tongue, yeah, natural position of tongue in the mouth. Okay. And then 8, if you add 8, is breath. Dihanya? Yeah, your breath. Okay. Okay. So you guys all know that. We don't have to go through it. But I was looking at recently at ACI Course 3 for some of the meditation stuff, because I took it from Tsongkhapa's Lamrim, it's better than Pabonka's Lamrim for some of the meditation stuff. So if you're going to teach meditation, use the ACI course also. Okay. Now, item 36. By the way, page numbers for these items. I spent a couple hours, I went in and I put all the page numbers from Gift of Liberation in English by searching the Tibetan, so it's accurate. But I realized when I was doing it that a huge percentage of the Lamrim, for example, this section on meditation, came from many, many other books when I was teaching it. So back 9 years ago when we started these retreats, and during the 29 retreats, I've been pulling many, many, many things from other books. So I wanted to warn you, it's not enough to read the book, okay? The book is maybe 20% of what you heard. And you got like 80%. Whatever I was translating at that time, I was pulling from that, or huge amounts from other things. So I would really encourage Jasmine, find a way that these teachers have to listen to the videos. That means people like Jigme and Jamie have to make sure we have the videos up as well as we can. I know the camera died or somebody lost the videotape or whatever, but to do your project, to teach meditation teachers, it'd be useful to have the videos, okay? And then to link the videos to the explanation, okay? Which is a huge amount of work. Good luck. We did cover Mahamudra meditation. Maha means big, mudra means a seal, like the seal that a king uses on their orders, okay? Which is why I put the picture of a seal, okay? This is a famous meditation where the object of meditation is your own mind, okay? It's supposed to be less likely to get sleepy. Why? It's so interesting. And it's moving target. It's changing every few seconds, you know? So it's supposed to be easier to avoid dullness if you choose your own thoughts as your meditation object, okay? When you do that, it's called Mahamudra meditation, okay? Then what's the next thing you do after you start watching your mind? This is how Tibetans in a debate say, "What did you say?" They go, You're just supposed to watch your mind? Yeah, we do that. You can try to bring it to a present moment meditation. It got into the Lamrim because I was studying the first Panchen Lama's Devil Angel at the time. He has a good Mahamudra meditation in there. And he wrote the book on Mahamudra. He wrote a whole book about it. It's the book we use, okay? But that's not what I wanted. Where do you go? Yeah, you go to emptiness. What's the emptiness of your mind? It's not when you can't think of the answer, okay? It's, what's the emptiness that you did in the lion's dance? Yeah, there's seeds producing your teacher, okay? Now, when you do an emptiness meditation on your mind, you try to realize that what you hear in your mind is not you. It's coming out as seeds, okay? The seeds, what you hear inside your own head all day long is coming out as seeds, okay? And by the time you hear it, it's too late to change it. It's very much like, what's the example I always use? Huh? Two husbands fits everything. Light from a star. Light from a star, okay? By the time the light reaches you from a star, they had a special thing at the Chicago World's Fair because the light from the star they were looking at left that star at the last World's 100 years before. You see what I mean? So by the time the starlight reaches Diamond Mountain and you guys are now brave enough to go out and look at it, just make noise, okay? If you're very quiet, a pig might come up and smell you. Just move around a lot. I used to meditate on the top of my house, my yurt, except I kept sliding off, to watch the stars. So anyway, by the time you see the starlight, that star could be dead. That star could already died, okay? And it's the same with your thoughts. By the time you hear your thoughts, they have already come out of the seeds. It's too late to stop them. You see what I mean? If you want to have a good meditation on your mind, you have to start a week before. Be nice to other people. Do not ever, 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 my Lama used to say, ever, ever, never disturb another person's mind. If you want to be a great meditator, never, ever, ever disturb another person's mind. And that's the way you can tell a great meditation teacher, okay? If they're talking about that, they know about meditation. If they're not talking about that, they don't really know about meditation, okay? The most important thing about meditation is that it's coming out of how you treated people last week, period, okay? Learn how to not upset other people, okay? Especially with this dangerous instrument called your mouth. Okay? It's so easy to upset another person with what you say. So think carefully before you say things. Get in the habit of thinking carefully before you say things to other people. Say things which are true, but which will inspire them and encourage them, okay? And watch what your mouth does, okay? Then your meditation will be good next week. And if you don't watch what your mouth does, it doesn't matter how many books of meditation you read or what teachers you go to, it doesn't matter at all. You won't be able to meditate, okay? Got it? It's a simple thing. It's a non-self-existent. Meditation is non-self-existent. It's also coming out of seeds in your mind. If you understand that, and that was Tsongkhapa's breakthrough in his letter to Ngon Japa Tsako Umbo, the friar from Tsako, okay, which is in ACI course number. That's the Three Principal Paths is also a letter, but I'm talking about. Yeah, I think it's in course. I checked it yesterday. It's in course 3. It's in the 10th class of course 3. I translated it for you. I think there's a letter. No. It's a letter that he wrote to he banished his student to East Tibet. He banished one, he said, come back after you build 100 monasteries. I don't want to see your face until then. Okay? I'm thinking to do something like that with the ACI studios. But come back when you finish 100. When he finished the 100th one, he called it Datsang. It's still there. You can still see it. That song means, ha, I'm finished. I reached 100. It's called I reached 100 monastery. Okay? So anyway, he sent his student to East Tibet. Come back when you build 100 monasteries. He finished that song, the 100th one, he came back. But in the meantime, he wrote a letter to Tsongkhapa saying, I just ordained the first monks and nuns in this area of East Tibet. Then Tsongkhapa wrote him back a long letter about why the most important teaching about meditation is understanding that it comes out of seeds of what you did last week. Okay, very, very famous letter. Very, very important letter for us. Okay, I translated it in, I think it's class 10, ACI 3. Maybe Connie can check it out. What's it about? How do you tell a Canadian person? They don't say about, they say about. Who's the other Canadian we had here the other day? No, it was Joel said about. Anyway, okay, that's the emptiness of your mind. What? That meditation is not coming from what you did last week. That's the emptiness of your mind. Okay, got it? And that's Mahamudra. There's a higher Mahamudra where you use prana to see the emptiness of your mind directly. That's a tantric teaching. I cannot give it to you. Okay, you need to hear more Lam Rim. But I want to tell you guys, the people who have been coming here regularly, I'm sneaking Tantra in. You don't even know, okay? You're getting Tantra, and it's only you that I trust to give it to. Not the people who come here because I said I'm teaching Tantra. Understand? So I'm leaking Tantra to you all the time, okay? And you're going to get more and more if you come regularly, okay? Like fire offering. I'm not supposed to tell people how to make tormas or how to do fire offering, but I'm teaching the people who come to Lam Rim by experience, not by classroom. Understand? You are getting leaked Tantra, okay? You don't even know. That's the way it should be. Okay, we finished 2. That's not enough, but we ran out of time, right, Tim? So, Joel, just to use a boot, is Perki Geshe Michael Rira Blingshi Ninde Gempadi Sangye Shindu Mite Uagi Dokunamda Shingla Jepasha Jinam Guru Radha Mandala Kamniyatayami Kiwadi Kiwokun Sanam Yeshe Tsotsoshi Sanam Yeshe Lechue Dampa